So first question, why the internet for the sequel?
Wi-Fi? Why not fi? That's what I like to say.
That's a great,
you know?
that's funny.
Next question. Why the internet?
We had to get out of the arcade. We had
to.
to get out of that nostalgic place, you know, that we had lived in the first movie, and send Ralph and Vanellope to a place that would not only be bigger and more visually exhilarating, but also would really test their friendship. And that the internet felt like a perfect place for that.
I think you have like an additional story credit or something in the credits. Like what is your role besides voicing Ralph in this process?
My role is to kind of be an advocate for the character,
Okay.
you know, because I was the one who played the character. A lot of it came from my own, kind of from my heart, you know, like my improvisations and this kind of the way that I embraced the character puts me in a unique position of really understanding Ralph's point of view. So yeah, I would come into the story meetings and talk about that kind of stuff, and just there was a lot to figure out in this movie. The internet is a very unwieldy giant thing to deal with, so we had a lot of choices to make in terms of like what we were going to focus on and what the message of our movie and our story was. So I was really grateful that Phil and Rich and everyone else at Disney allowed me to come in and throw ideas into the hat. You know, it's not like my ideas were any more influential than anyone else at the table, but at least I got a chance to pitch in, and I think it was helpful for the animators and for the other people on the writing team to hear from Ralph himself.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're new to this franchise. Did you love the first movie?
Oh, I did. I really did. What's not to love about Ralph and his big feet and hands?
It's also your first animated movie.
Yeah, feature,
correct?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So what was that experience like for you?
Amazing. It just blows my mind how many people it takes to just create one character, actually. It's a lot of hands-on.
Do you worry that this will be a nostalgic sort of in a couple of months?
Oh, yeah,
Probably.
within the next week. You know, it's like we're going to be looking back fondly at Christmas time to the release of Wreck-It Ralph 2 at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think hopefully the emotional story of the movie, you know, will remain timeless, but we're well aware that like this is a snapshot of the internet at this time, you know.
Right.
We've said it before, maybe even to you, but like Miracle on 34th Street is New York of that era. Gimbals no longer exists, but we still love the story that's being told.
Right.
Yeah.
And if the story kind of holds up, then yeah, the backdrop will. It's a big city, but the big city changes, and that's kind of how we view the internet.